Hi, I'm Rachel. This is Body by Bender Mat Pilates. We're going to get started today with our 25-30 minute workout. We're going to start by warming up the upper body, just standing up. So stand up in the center of your mat or just behind it if you're like me and you're very tall and you want to stay in frame. Okay, those arms are just going to reach out to the sides of you. Flex the hands really hard, slight bend in the knees. We should just circle those arms forward. That's all we do. Just circle them. Yes, it feels a little bit silly. But you know what? So does working out with the computer. So we're just gonna keep rolling with it. Circle forward. Tuck that tailbone slightly underneath you. Bend those knees a little bit. Deep breath in and out. Just getting a little blood pumping here. Let's go this direction for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switch the direction of those circles. Other way. Just keep pressing them out. Tiny little circles. Don't have to be anything fancy. Just keep your arms moving. That's all I care about. And keep breathing here. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take those hands now. We're just going to turn your palms to face forward. Start to bring those elbows right behind you. Reach them out to the sides. We pull down and out. That's all we're doing here. Just the arms are moving. Building up a little bit of heat using the weight of our arms as our weights here. Arms get heavy. Not right away always, but after a few minutes, my arms feel incredibly heavy. Just keep pressing out here, your W to your T. Out and in. Big press. Keep opening that chest up. Let's go for 10 more seconds here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those arms out to a T. And I want you to make your arms kind of into goalposts. The arms, fingertips facing towards the sky, elbows at right angles. Start to bring those arms down and right back up. Palms to the floor. Fingertips up. Trying to keep those elbows at shoulder height the whole time. Keep bending into those knees, don't lock into them. And keep those arms lifted. I know they're gonna start getting heavy pretty soon. Let's go for 10 more seconds here. Go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep those elbows up. Just bring your hands together. Bring your elbows together. Tiny pulses up to the ceiling. Keep those elbows as close as you can. Just try to separate the shoulder blades out behind you. Keep lifting those elbows up a little bit higher than those shoulders each time. I'm feeling that burn. Right in the tops of the arms. Keep going with it. Lean into the work. Keep keeping those elbows together. Let's go for 10 more seconds here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring those arms out to the side. Bring them down by your side. Reach them out, up and down. A little bit of a break here. We'll just bring them down and up. Keeping those arms facing up. Okay, sorry, keeping those fingertips facing down towards the floor. My bad. Keep drawing the shoulders down the back. 10 more seconds here. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last thing we're gonna do here is flex those palms again. Circle them one more time forward. Another little mini set circling forward for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Circle it back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Those arms go down. Woo, shake them out. All right, we're gonna walk to the back edge of our mats and start to roll down through the spine. Just bring your hands heavy onto the floor. Separate your feet a little bit wider than hip width apart. And take 4 big deep knee bends here, sending the knees out to opposite corners of the room. 2 more here. On the last one, straighten out those legs. Bring those toes back in, parallel in front of you. Start to walk those hands forward. I don't know what else to be parallel to. Come into a plank position. Hold here for a second. Round through the back. Start to walk yourself back. Roll all the way back up to the top. And we go down again. Walk yourself up. Option to add a push-up here if you want, or at least just a tiny bend in the elbows. You can just hold a plank too. We walk back, roll it up. We're just gonna go here for about 30 seconds, just warming up the rest of the body. So whatever pace you wanna go at, if you wanna add the push-up or not, you can. Halfway there. Keep rolling through it. We got 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. On your last one, I want you to roll all the way down, Walk yourself out to that plank position and then come down onto your knees. Bring your hands right underneath your shoulders. Knees are right underneath the hips, and just go for a gentle cat-cow here to warm up the spine a little bit. So we tip that head and tailbone up to the ceiling, round through the spine, bring everything back down. Go back and forth here. And then take it into a circle. Bring the head and the tailbone in one direction, circle around to the other side, and then reverse that circle. Good. Come to the center, and I want you to swing around to bring your feet in front of you. Feet are planted flat onto the floor. Hands are gonna reach just behind your knees, and bring your feet about hip width apart. So you got a little bit of space, toes are facing forward, knees are tracking right over the toes, elbows out wide. We're just gonna start to roll the shape back into a little half roll down. So the hands are just gonna straighten, arms are gonna straighten out, that's kind of your low point for today, and you scoop back up. Bringing that tailbone underneath you, come back to sit up nice and tall. Option, just take the hands out on either side of you as you roll down. But always know that you can bring those hands right underneath those knees for a little bit of extra support as you lift up. Nothing wrong with that. I'd rather you keep this work in your abs than like your feet flailing around and trying to bring your chest forward. Keep a nice round shape as you come up and down. Except when you get to the top, and straighten that out. Let's roll it back. Just being gentle with our abs to start today. Now we'll destroy them a little bit, but like in a fun way. Roll it down. Good. Last one here. Let's roll back. Find your low point here and hold. Take those hands out in front of you. Hook your thumbs so you have a little bit of a grip between them. Fingertips are facing forward, palms are down. Tiny pulses up here. Just lifting the upper body up for 10, 9. Keep the feet down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Twist that shape towards me, towards the camera. Hi. We're gonna go for a little tiny twist up and down here. Those hands are on the outside of one of your knees. Feet are still pressing down to the floor, and we're just peeling up a little bit higher each time for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. Try to slice back 1 inch further. Try to twist from the waist behind you just 1 more inch. Bring those hands back with you. Really twisting from the waist here. Let's go for 8, 7, and keep breathing. 6, bring out those abs. 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Come back through center. Keep holding back in that curve. We're almost done here. Tiny pulls up and down the other side this time. You also have the option, if it's too much to keep the hands out like this, you can just cross them over the chest. That's fine too. I care more about that connection into the core than how high you can keep your hands up here. Let's go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold here. Find that slice. Curve back 1 more inch. 1 more inch back. We go for 8, 7. Keep those hips down on the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back into the center. Let the arms go down for a second. You just kind of fold your upper body over your legs. Take your hands back behind you. Palms are just going to face towards you. We're not going to do our full fancy triceps yet. I want you to take those legs and tabletop them. So elbows are bent, legs are in tabletop. And I just want you to keep those legs together, gluing the knees together and the toes together. Reach the legs out as the upper body comes down and lift right back up. So it's just a nice, slow, controlled movement. We're using low abs here. If you're feeling this at all in your low back, just make the movement a little bit smaller. Focus more on the legs instead of reaching down at the same time. I care more about the legs going out than about the upper body dipping down. Let's go for 5 more here. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. If you're feeling real fancy today, take those hands out on either side of your legs. Palms face up towards the sky. I gotta find the spot on my tailbone. All right, this is not working. There we go. All right, the arms are gonna reach away as the legs, or rather, you're lower the upper body. As the legs reach away, scoop everything back up. Bring the hands in line with the shins. If at any point this isn't feeling good to have the hands and legs up at the same time, just bring those hands back behind you. Let's go for 5 more here. Scoop that belly button down. 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring everything down. Stretch those legs straight out in front of you. And bring those feet to the corners of your mat. So just on either edge there. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your arms out to a T position on either side of you. Start to twist your upper body towards the camera, whichever way you want to go first. Arms are outstretched long. And just start to bring your upper body forward, trying to reach that pinky finger down to your pinky toe while not collapsing the spine. We're just gonna go for gentle saws here to massage the spine a little bit. Just 3 more here. 2. Last one. Come up through center. Switch to the other side. Big twist in the spine. Reach that pinky toe towards that pinky finger. Or opposite that, up there, that. Pinky and pinky. 5 more here. Saw it down. 4, 3, 2. Last one. Bring it all up. And just forward fold over the legs. You can bring the feet back together. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. All right, we're gonna do one more thing with our feet on the ground like this. Doing a couple of tricep presses just to work the back of the arm. So I want you to lift those hips off the floor. Just a couple inches will do. Draw the shoulders down the back. Your belly button is tucked in towards your spine, and relax your glutes. Don't squeeze your butt here. Really focus in on the arms. You're just gonna send those elbows back behind you and press. The elbows reach towards each other. Lift up with those muscles that are wrapping around the armpit, around the back side of your arm. Press down to the palms of your hand evenly. Just send those hips up and down a little bit here. Let's go for 5 more. 4 more. Keep the chin out of the chest. For 3. Gaze is ahead. 2. Last one. Hold on halfway. Tiny pulses here for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift all the way. Send the hips down for a second. Shake out the wrists. 1 more set we're going to do here with those. So I just want you to take those hips up again and just extend that right leg out. So just hold that right knee at the same angle as the left knee. We're going to take that shape down with that leg out now. Option to keep the legs down. But let's just try it. Let's make it fun. Bigger lever for your body to lift up. Let's go for 4, 3, 2. Last one. Lift up all the way. Bring that right foot down. Switch to the left. Up and down here to finish up. Bringing those hips down. That left leg will go slightly up to the sky. Elbows go back. We go for 4, 3, 2. Last one. Lift up all the way. Set those hips down. Shake out those wrists. Lie all the way down onto your back. So roll it back. All right, we're gonna give the arms a break, going into our glutes a little bit more. So a little bit of bridging work here. Let's start today actually by bringing the heels together and the toes apart. So your knees are a little bit out wider than hip width apart, turned out a little bit from each other. And I want you to lift up onto the balls of your feet. So those heels are squeezed together. Doesn't have to be a high lift, just a baby one. I've got a baby one. From here, we're gonna tuck that tailbone. Start to peel off the mat, up into our first shoulder bridge of the day. And check in at the top. Make sure the chin is out of the chest. The ribs are pulling down, the abs are pulling in, and the hip points are lifting up. And we roll back down. Now this might not be as high as your normal bridge, and we're just gonna keep rolling through it, by the way. I always forget to say that. I'm like, just keep rolling. Now this might not be as high as your normal bridges, where you have the feet parallel, but I really want you to press into all 10 toes. We're gonna bypass the hamstrings a bit right now and go straight into the glute with this type of bridge. We will come back for the hamstring in a minute, but for now, really want to just focus on squeezing that glute to help us lift up here. Roll it down. 2 more like this. As you keep pulling up, keep pulling those ribs down. Last one, let's hold up at the top here. We hold those hips up high and start to just drop down halfway and lift up. Halfway drop and squeeze. So you just untuck the hips and retuck them. Up and down. Good. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Keep those hips lifted. I just want you to lower those heels and lift them. Lower and lift. Keep the hips where they are, just the feet are moving now. Up and down. Let's go for 8, 7. Keep lifting the hips up. 6, 5. Go for 4, 3, 2. Last one. Hold the hips up high, hold the heels up high, and just flutter those knees out to the side and right back in for 10, 9. Keep squeezing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Whew. Separate those feet, bring them parallel now. Actually, a little bit, no, bring the feet all the way together. We're gonna do single leg bridges. Sorry, I'm like, don't separate them that much. I want you to just take that right leg and bring it into tabletop. So shin is parallel to the ceiling, left foot is planted firmly into the floor. We start to roll up into our bridge here, pressing down heavy into all four corners of that left foot, and we roll back down. So try to keep that right leg out of the chest. Keep that right knee stacked over the hip as we roll through these. Let's go for 3 more here. And then of course we're gonna hold up at the top. 2 more. Last one, we hold up at the top, extend that right leg now, and we're just gonna drop that right leg down to meet the left knee, scoop right back up to the ceiling. Drop down, lift it up. Let's go for 8 more. Keep squeezing that left glute. 7, 6, keep those knees pointed up towards the ceiling. Last 4, 3, 2, final one. Hold that leg up straight towards the sky. Start to tap those toes up to the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower all the way down. Bend that knee in. You rock those knees side to side for a second. Get ready for our next set. So left leg comes in a tabletop this time. Again, that left knee is stacked over the left hip. Shin is parallel to the sky. Press down to all four corners of that right foot and we lift it up and lower it back down. Trying to keep those hips even. This is my shittier side, so that's why I say it, for me and for you. Sometimes, you really just want to lean into that right side. Don't do it. Keep everything coming towards the midline of your body, not swaying out into what's easier. Go into what's harder, which is keeping everything straight. Let's go for 4 more here. Big scoop. Last 3. Final 2. On this last one, we hold that leg up high, straighten that left leg out, bring that left knee down to meet the right, scoop right back to the ceiling. We lift. We go for 8. Keep that right knee over that right toe. 7, 6, press into the foot. 5, last 4, 3, 2, final one. Hold that foot up to the sky, tiny taps that toe to the ceiling for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that knee, lower all the way down. Whew. Bend those knees into the chest. Circle the knees in one direction and circle them the opposite way. Good. All right, from here, let's flip one over to our stomachs. We'll do a little bit of planking, upper back work, all the good stuff. So let's start in our plank position today. I want to do forearm planks. So just come down onto your forearms. This can be parallel to each other, or you can make a little tripod shape with your hands. Either's fine by me. We send those legs back, press those hips down. Heels press out behind you, neck stays long, and try to pull the spine up between the shoulder blades. Gaze is not directly down to the floor. You're looking a little bit ahead of you, like 1 inch. From here, we're just gonna saw forward. We're gonna bring the shoulders over the elbows and bring them right back behind. Lifting up on those tippy toes, flexing those feet. We lift, bring it back. Try to keep those hips down the whole time. Let's go for 8 more here. 7, keep drawing those hips down. For 6, squeeze the glutes. 5, last 4, 3, 2, final 1. Bring those knees down for a second, send the hips back, rest, child's pose. And we're gonna get right back into it. So I want you to still come up onto your hands now. So no forearm for this one, because I have plans. You're gonna separate your knees, a little wider than hip width apart. Bring your toes together. Heels together, toes apart. Hands are gonna be a little bit in front of your shoulders. From here, press up into your plank position. You're gonna bend the knees, send your hips back, reach forward into a plank. Keeping those feet with those heels together, toes apart. You almost want your knees to touch the floor when you press back. That's how low you're keeping the hips the whole time. Let's go for 5 more here. Make them nice and energetic. 4, 3, 2. On this last one, I want you to hold that final plank, separate your feet, and we're just gonna start to lift one foot up, drop it down, switch to the other side. Little lifts, squeezing into that glute as we go. We go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Bring those knees down, send the hips back. Child's pose. And when you're ready, You're just gonna belly flop forward. So just bring your whole chest onto the floor. Hands are gonna come right underneath your armpits. Toes are gonna curl, not curl underneath you. Tops of the feet are flat onto the floor. Elbows tucked in towards you. Go for a little bit of our baby swan back extension here. So I just want you to bring those shoulder blades together as much as you can, which will help lift your chest off the floor. Hinge from the mid back, and then lower down. Keep it small to start. We'll make it fancier in just a few reps. So for now, I really want you to focus on that pull of the shoulder blades, the opening of the collarbone, relaxing the face, the jaw, the neck, keeping the chin out of the chest. When you're feeling good here, lift up as high as you can and start to press up all the way, pulling your belly button in towards your spine as you lift. Keep tucking the tailbone underneath you, and then lower down carefully with control, same way you came. Start with that low, low abdominal. Roll all the way down to your chest. Then we lift up. Really try to lead with the mid back, then incorporate the hands. Keep the work out of the low back here. Focusing up a little bit higher. Nice and slow. Let's go for 4 more here. Lifting up all the way. Keep dropping the shoulders down away from the ears. Keep squeezing the glutes. Last 3. And keep the shoulders away from the ears. That's important too. A lot to think about, I know. Final 2. Or maybe this was the last one. Let's just do 2 more. 1 more after this, then I think we're good. Last one. Lift up as high as you can. Hold here for a second. And really actually, right here, I want you to let go. Relax your glutes. Let your belly go soft. Let your head go up towards the sky. Shoulder can come towards the ears here, this is fine. Just take a second, relax here. When you're ready, the head comes back down. Retuck those abdominals. Start to bend back down all the way to the floor. Good. Check out those wrists a little bit if you need to. We're gonna do one more thing here, which is just 1-inch planks, where you do like a baby hover. So those feet are gonna curl right underneath you. Your hands are gonna be right underneath the shoulders, and we're just gonna press our whole body off the floor and hold it there for 3 seconds. Actually, no, let's go for 4 seconds. Lifting up in 3, 2, 1. Hold everything up as high as you can for 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Take a second, recover. We're gonna do 2 more sets. This time we're gonna hold for 5 seconds. Lifting up in 3, 2, 1. Hold everything up here for 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Quick recovery. We're gonna hold up the top for 6 seconds for our last one. Why? Because it's fun to go up. All right, holding at the top in 3, 2, 1. Hold for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it all down. Whew. Good. Press all the way back into your child's pose. Send those hips back behind you. Deep breath in and out. Expand into the ribs. And just relax. From here, come into the center of your mat and just come onto your knees. And I want you to take your right hand, shoot straight towards the sky, grab onto your right wrist with your left. Lift yourself out of your sits bones and then start to bring your body over to the left side, gently pulling with your left arm. Or left arm gently pulls the right wrist, that's what I'm trying to say. And just try to keep opening up your chest straight on. So don't let it all curl down. Keep opening the arms out. Keep trying to twist your torso up towards the sky as you pull over. Find a nice dynamic stretch in the side of that body. When you're ready, come back to the center. Bring the arms down. And then grab on with the right hand to the left wrist. First reach up, then reach over. Gentle pull. Keep trying to open that left arm up towards the sky, even as you're gently being pulled over. And both sides of the waist are long. Good. Just relax into it. When you're ready, come back into the center. And I want you to just sit down, butt on the ground. Bring your right leg in front of you and your right foot into your left knee, so your left leg is behind you. Got a nice Z formation going on here. We're just take that whole body, square it off over your right leg. So you got kind of a little diagonal thing going, and walk yourself out. Get a nice deep hip flexor stretch here. So keep trying to send that right hip back as you bring your upper body forward. So you get a nice amount of opposition and a longer stretch for those muscles all through your hip. And if you want to make this a little bit deeper, you just bend those elbows, take it down. Put more of your body weight onto your knee or right above your knee. If you do it directly on your knee, I mean, from this angle you're fine, but like I wouldn't recommend it. It's more kind of the inside of your leg, that's the word I'm looking for. Send the hips back. Lift up all the way. And then start to take your hands and walk yourself behind yourself, looking over your right shoulder. Sitting up tall through the waist. Big twist for the side of the body. And when you're ready, come back through center. Recross those legs. Left leg is in front, right toes facing back. Square that body off over that left knee. Start to walk yourself out. Ooh, and I'm sorry, like for me, I was like, wow, there it is, right away. I don't have to go anywhere. But if you want to, you can bend those elbows down. I can't today, we're good. We're just gonna hold here because this is nice, you know. It's nice having zero flexibility in the left side of your body. It's never held me back in any way, shape, or form as a dancer or a Pilates instructor. All right, anyway, come back in. All right, let's look over that left shoulder now. Sitting up nice and tall, twisting that spine. Keep pulling the belly button in. And keep trying to draw that right knee down while you're at it. Sometimes it kind of pops up a little bit, just keep pressing it down. Twist as far as you can. Find a stretch through the spine and the front side of the body. And when you're ready, come back to the center. Bring yourself all the way up to standing and stand us in the center of your mat. Take one big inhale here, bring the arms overhead. And exhale, roll down to the floor. So your feet are about hip width apart. I want you to really try to press your upper body onto your thighs so that your head hangs super heavy. See if you can bring those ribs onto your knees. Gently grab for your elbows and really let your upper body hang. Just let gravity take you down, lengthen you out. Send those hips up towards the sky. Tiny bend behind the knees here to help you get a little bit further down to the floor. And really just close your eyes, relax everything here. Your face, your jaw, your forehead, your throat. Gently sway from one foot to the other, twisting a little bit at the hips. When you're ready, come back to the center. Let go of your arms, let go of the elbows, the hands fall to the floor. Shake your head no. Nod your head yes. Find a place of stillness in your skull. And start to roll yourself back up to standing. Squeeze in the glutes first to help you lift. Support that low back, that lumbar spine. And roll yourself up bone by bone. Head is the last thing to come up. Start to roll those shoulders forward a couple of times. And roll them back. One last big inhale here. Bring the arms overhead. And exhale, pull them down to your chest. And thank yourself for working so hard because we are done for the day. Thank you so much for joining me for the Body by Bender experience, and I hope to see you guys again soon. So, yeah, thanks. All right.